Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. It looks like I am live. YouTube's being weird. It wouldn't let me, for some reason, it won't let me. I have to have the orientation that the phone is vertical and not horizontal. I don't know. Okay. So this is an experiment. I'm going to try this um, because I thought it would be fun to wake up together. As I'm still in my nightshirt. I just came back in from taking Fury out for his like 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. Uh, walk. I washed my hair. Um, and I just put this on because it's comfortable and it's early. It's 6:19 here in the East Coast, and I'm not ready to be up yet. I'm sure there's a lot of people that aren't ready to be up yet. So I just wanted to come on and hang out. And if anyone, oh, hi, Gertrude. How are you this morning? I am wearing pants, Gertrude. I did put, I got that much put together this morning so far that I'm going to have to feed, I'm going to be feeding kitties. So I thought I would just hang out with whoever hangs out and hope that my phone doesn't like fall down because I have it like just kind of kind of jerry rigged here on the rule number one. Yeah. Well, the good news is what happened. You kind of like disappeared. You went MIA yesterday during the live stream. I saw you, and then I'm like, "Where's my buddy Gertrude?" Because we had the. I asked Michelle if she was wearing pants, and then I was like, was waiting for you to jump in there. Wait a minute, where's Gertrude? So I'm gonna actually do dishes while we're talking. So if you hear water running, that's what's going on. I have a bunch of cat food cans here I have to clean up, and I have their food, or actually their food dishes that I have to scrape food off of and everything. You know how that goes when you're taking care of kitties. It's never ending, and there's no break. Oh, don't apologize. You don't owe anybody any apology. I just wondered what happened because I just thought and it just like I was my backup was gone all of a sudden. It was a short stream because Jenna wasn't feeling well. She just had her teeth done. Let me see if I can move this around a little bit. There we go. Yeah. So it was a short stream. Yes, I do sleep. I do sleep. Let's just let my sleep cycle is just crazy. Um, so as you know, I have PTSD, and that messes with my sleep cycle. So I kind of sleep when I can. How many teeth did she have pulled? I think 2. I think that's what Kim said. And it just was recent. It was Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. So she's not feeling too good. But I just came back in from Fury decided at 5 o'clock this morning. Well, I had been up to take care of the cats, but Fury decided at 5 o'clock he wanted to go outside and see the other kitties. Yeah, my mom had insomnia, and I think, and she also worked night work, and I think I kind of inherited that from her because both my brother and I are night owls. My dad was an early morning person. He was like he'd go to bed at 10 o'clock and he'd be up at 5. And my mom was, she was just getting going at like 10 o'clock. So I think I inherited that from her. And then when I developed the PTSD, I don't know, because I would have nightmares and stuff. And I think that, and plus the fibromyalgia also interferes with sleep. So yeah, it's not fun when you're dealing with that. Yeah, I like you know what? I really like nighttime. And here's why. People. There's no people. I mean, it's like dead of night. I'm in the city, and after around 11, 12, everybody goes in because it's really not safe to be running around the city in the early morning hours because that's when when the real amount of crime happens. So I like I like going out at that time. I'm relatively safe here. You've seen the back, the courtyard. We have the gate. We have a lot of light. So I feel pretty secure there. I've even walked around the block already and I haven't encountered anyone. I don't do that often, but I do want to do that at some point because I do that sometimes just to look for cats and see if I can see anybody new in the area, just to try to figure out how many are around here and how bad the problem is becoming. Because I know for every one that I see, there's probably like 5 that I don't see. And they come at all different times. There's ones that come during the day, there's ones that come at night. They all come at different hours. So it would be really nice to have like yeah, people will mess up everything. I think the quiet next to it. So yeah, yeah, that's how I feel. And stores are so much better. Like I do my shopping at night. Um, I don't know where you're at, but here in Pennsylvania, we used to have Walmart, Walmart Giant, which is our local food store, CVS, and there are a couple other ones. Used to be open 24/7. That was before 2020 and everything that happened then. Well, actually, even before 2020, they were starting to cut back on hours because they said that there was like crime. They said there was an increase in crime overnight, or so. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, corporate will use any excuse to cut back on their help and not pay them what they should be paid. So I don't go by that. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was some concern about crime because this is like a city area. But the Giant and the CVS were off of a busy, well, of 83, which connects Pennsylvania to Maryland, so a lot of people come off the ramp. If they come off that ramp, they can come to those businesses. So I imagine they lost a lot of business by doing that. And then also the hospital would, when they got done at 11 o'clock, they would go over to Giant, and that was when it was open 24/7. It was really great, and then they cut it back to like to 12 o'clock, 12 a.m. And then they cut it back. Now it's back to 11. So it's, yeah, you can't even go out and do anything at night. I mean, but I like going out at night. I like going out. I like being the only customer in the store. I don't have to deal with people. I want to get a sign I want to get 2 signs, one for the back door, one for the front door. Ew, people. That's how I feel about the human race right now in my in my in my advancing age. So I did make a video this morning. That's true. It's nice in the store. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like to shop. I don't like to shop when there's too many people around. Wait in lines. One thing out of 2020, not it was a horrible event, but hey, we got more stores realizing that online shopping is could be really big if they did it right, and so yeah, I love it. I get groceries delivered. I get other stuff delivered. It saves me a lot of time because I can comparison shop for the cats online. I can see, and a lot of times there's good sales online that there aren't, that you have, when you go to the store, that there aren't in the store. So, because so for people that are, and I'm just going to go on to this subject for a few minutes. But as far as like online shopping for your cats, there are some really good there are really good promos and sales a lot of times from these retailers if you go online versus going into the store. Like Target, believe it or not, Target has been really stepping up their game lately with their pet food stuff because they had, oh, was it last month? I think they had 20% off all Purina products. And then they had just recently they had spend $40, you get $10 back in gift card. So you can use that towards your next. And Target, they let you, unless they've, I mean, things are always changing, but as of now, you can use your gift cards towards, like, say I spent $40 and I got a $10 gift card. So if the next promo is spend $50 and get a $15 gift card, I could use that $10 gift card towards that. So I would only have to spend $40 out of pocket, the $10 gift card, and then still get the $15. So they do stuff like that. PetSmart usually has really good sales. Their customer service is really lacking, though. I've had some issues with them with customer service, but they have really good sales. And if you shop carefully at PetSmart, you can get some really good deals. Like right now, they have the wellness these big cans of food. You buy 10 of them, you get two free. And then if you're part of their treats reward thing, at least I got it. I'm imagining everybody that buys wellness with the treats rewards stack stuff, and then they kind of alternate 20% off of your purchase if you buy it online. Oh, look here. You want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? The celebrity kitty just showed up. I'm talking about. Yeah, you're kind of interrupting my flow, dude. So, yeah, PetSmart is good. Petco a while back, they decided they were going to do this health and wellness stuff, and then they took away all the fancy feasts and the friskies, and then they realized, hey, guess what? People buy that. It's not, I mean, they keep things like, it cracks me up because the stuff that they kept things like, and again, if you do your research, you'll see what I'm saying is true. Um, Foods like Science Diet and Royal Canin, they're not as high quality as they want you to believe they are. And actually, Friskies, good old 78 cents a can Friskies is pretty decent food. I mean, it's pate, it's wet food, which is preferred for cats. Um, it's cheap enough. And then you'll have people, oh, but it's all just like rendered stuff. The only, and it's, well, you know what though, and there's the byproduct, yeah, the byproducts. Well, the byproducts are things like brains and stuff like that that's ground up, but that's what they eat. If they're eating a diet in the quote wild, that's what they eat. They eat everything. They eat basically everything. So it's, according to, and actually I talked to a vet about this, and the vet, there's a great website. It's called catinfo.org. Very easy to remember, catinfo.org. They have an excellent resource. Um, I use Fancy Feast. Um, yeah, the pricey brands, I mean, look, it's like, people, you know, we can, so it would be great if we could all go out and get organic food and organic vegetables and, all the fancy schmancy, high quality stuff. But the fact of the matter is that most of us can't afford that, especially with prices the way they are right now. So sometimes you're going to have to just buy the pack of chicken legs versus the pack of boneless, skinless chicken breasts, because one is is healthier than the other. But it is what it is. It's still chicken. It's still, no matter what kind of chicken you have, it's still relatively healthy food. You just take the skin off of the chicken legs. Don't cook it with the skin, and that helps to get rid of a lot of the fat. But in the same thing with cats, it's, I look at it as, and I know Kim gets flack for feeding only dry food, and I'm just going to say what she has said and what others have said. Isn't it better to have, isn't it better to have the cats have a home and eat dry food versus they're either out on the street or they're languishing in some, rescue somewhere? And I give ultimate respect to the rescues. I mean, I have rescues that have helped me, but the fact of the matter is that they do put the cats in. I mean, I see them. I work with a rescue group called Feline Solutions. They're the ones that help facilitate the adoption of Valentino. But if Nunya hadn't stepped up and gotten Valentino, he would have ultimately had to go to PetSmart, and he would have had to have been in one of those enclosures that they have. Those, their little cages. I don't know. I guess they have a more pretty name for them, but essentially they're cages. And they try not to keep them in there too long. I think they only keep them in there for a couple of days at a time, and they rotate cats in and out. And then they do go in. Somebody goes in, a volunteer goes in every day, and there's a like a back room where they can let the cats out to stretch their legs and everything. It's still not the best. It's just not the best for them, because, I mean, it'd be like us confined into a little room and that's it. I mean, if they want to be in the little room, that's fine. But if they want to go into something bigger, then yeah, cage in a small glass room. Yeah, exactly. And then you have people that are, people, they have the sign, don't touch the cats, don't play with, like, but people are always like, hey, kitty, 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 hey, kitty, 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 kitty. Can you imagine that? Just think if you're like a cat that like, this is your point of view, like, hi, kitty, kitty, kitty. Could you imagine that all day long? That would terrify me. That would absolutely terrify me. And cats are, I think, cats are very similar to people with autism, where they have those sensory kind of issues, which is why certain cats will eat this and they won't eat this. It's a sensory thing. It's textures. It's, why some cats like a certain kind of bed, and why a certain kind of scratching surface. They're very sensory oriented. Mennonite. Yes, I can see that. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that happening. Yeah, she would definitely be doing something like that. Although my plates have been have not been disappearing. So I'm guessing that the threat of involving the law finally stopped the behavior. Of course, I had to go to the, I don't know. I don't know if that's like an office or the elders stay in that house or whatever, but there's a house where there's a whole bunch of them, a whole bunch of the Mennonites congregate. And I don't know if they're the teachers at the school or I'm not sure what goes on there, but they seem to have some kind of pool, so yeah, she will go through play with it. I thought about when I go down and pick up the dirty plates, I thought maybe I should just like sit them in the alley so she has something to pick up. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But I kind of think, going back to what we were talking about, I think it's just as long as your cat's being cared for, as long as your cat's, getting what they need. Yeah, if you can feed wet food, great, feed wet food, but not everybody can do that. So, and when especially with colony cats, you have a lot of colony cats, or like him has 19 cats. That would really get expensive fast. She's she's the butt. Yeah, well, she's definitely a butt. We can say that on YouTube. She's a butt. So I'm going to step over here a minute. I got to pick up some of the food dishes, and I'll be right back because I got to clean food dishes so that they get something to eat because, they're starving. Okay. She has catch the butt part. Yeah. That's probably, yeah, that would be something Mark would enjoy too. He would enjoy that. He would definitely enjoy the butt humor. But I do feed Gertrude. I feed mine Fancy Feast, so mine get Fancy Feast, Friskies, and also Special Kitty from Walmart. That works. Him and Cat too. Yeah. Okay, so they're my problem children. They really are. And if and when they watch this, Catitude and Mark, you're my problem children. Yeah, you are. You're my problem children. And every time I post something, I'm thinking in the back of my head, well, I have to say it this way. There's not another way that I can say it, but I know that Mark's gonna go there. He's gonna go where he shouldn't go, and I'm gonna have to put a little disclaimer notice on the video telling him to behave himself. Yeah, they're bad influence. It's a bad influence. Yeah, I don't know which one influences the other one. What is going on? Here, come here. Come here. Come here. Here. Do you want to say hello to everybody? Is that the problem? You want to say good morning? You want to say good morning to everyone? Say hello. Gertrude's on. Gertrude, our awesome possum friend, Gertrude's on there. Yeah. I'm getting your food. Yeah, I know. I'm not moving fast enough. I'm sorry. Mwah. He's my boy. Yeah, I know. I don't have room. Okay, I'll move the can so you can get on the table. Can you get on the counter? I mean, you're going to stand there. I'm going to show everybody your butt. Great. Thanks. Yeah, that's a good view, Fury. That's a good view. That's a better view. No, they don't eat that, baby. That's icky stuff. No, don't eat that. That's old food. No, we're going to get you fresh food, but I have to clean it up first. Yeah. I love how cats are always so hungry. Yeah. Hi, sassy cat. Welcome. Yeah, more butt. I don't know. I don't know about this butt thing. I don't know. I think Mark and Catitude are just like they're turning this channel into something a little different than than I initially intended. Yeah, Sassy Cat, if you're new here, that is my boy Fury. And I have indoor cats, and then I have a colony of outdoor cats. So that's basically what the content is. And what we try to do on this channel is help other cat owners wade through. And there's so much controversy of everything. It's like there's team dry food, there's team wet food, there's, team indoor, team outdoor. And somewhere in the middle lies the truth for what works for everybody. Fury, what are you doing? Come on, move. What do you... Okay, bud. Here. He is so fat, he's Garfield. He's also... I just saw a YouTube, I think it was like Dodo, it was the Dodo or Geo Beats or one of those. And it was about a grandmother that adopted a cat, and he is like 40 pounds. And I'm looking at this poor cat and going, oh my, how does that happen? It's like, I know Fury's a bit chunky, and he kind of takes after his mama. But my other cats are pretty, he's pretty chunky. He's probably the chunkiest one that I have. And I think that, I honestly think it's just like people. It's like some people are just naturally thin. Some people just look at a cookie and gain weight. I think that's kind of the issue with cats too, because I know I have a friend who she feeds her cats very well as far as she doesn't give them a lot of treats. She gives them Purina One, Fancy Feast, and she's not like overfeeding them. She's not giving them a lot of dry food. She's not like giving them like a big bowl of dry food and then a bunch of wet food. And the cat still gains weight, and she's tried, the vets worked with them trying to get them to trying to help this cat lose weight, and it's just been really hard. So I think a lot of times it is just genetics. But I'd love to see a picture of your cat. I think of a cookie in that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to. I just think I can think of a cookie too. Yeah, the genetics. Yeah, I think it is. And like, I think Fury, I call him my Timu ragdoll, because I think he might have some ragdoll in him just from the way he acts and his body shape and the way he looks. But that could explain, because people, the people that have talked about ragdolls seem to talk about how they do like to eat a lot. Where'd you go, Fury? Very. I got these. These were given to me by someone. Oh, you want one of these? Of course you do. And we still have pretty much half a bag, but so it's not like he gets a lot of treats. You want these? Okay, here. Let's see if we can. Don't knock that down, bud. Here. Let's see if I can feed you. Here, look. It's in my hand. Look. Good. Here, you want some more? Here, hold it up here. There you go. So everybody can see, eat a treat. Yeah. How about that? I know, you're just starving to death, you poor thing. You poor thing. You poor thing. Loves the Friskies candy. Yeah, I feed that to my colony cats. And oh, the ones of shrimp. I'll have to look for that. I don't think I've ever used the ones with shrimp. I just give them the pate, and they really enjoy that. Sassy Cat, there's a website called my friend's vet told us about it. There's a website called catinfo.org. It's really easy to remember, and it's a veterinarian that talks about cat nutrition, and she talks about Friskies, and she said at first she thought her first opinion of Friskies was that because it had byproducts that she wasn't going to recommend it, but then the more that she did research into the nutrition, she figured that a cat's natural diet would contain byproducts because they do eat like they eat the organ meats as well as as everything else. So they naturally eat byproducts. Yeah, I didn't know they had shrimp either. So I'll have to try that. I'll have to look for that. Yeah, I can actually put it as a link too on this video. But yeah, Friskies is pretty good. I haven't had any problems with them with Friskies. They seem to enjoy it. The other thing that they do like that wellness, and they like the wellness. They have little pouches. It's called tiny tasters. They enjoy those too, and those you can get fairly cheap. I actually just got a bunch of those from Chewy. Chewy had a buy one get $1.40 a pouch, so that was a really good deal. So because Rogue likes them, everybody likes something different too. That's the other issue. It seems like when you have multiple cats and the little soups. Yeah, mine like the little soups too, and the Fancy Feast. I forget what they call them, but they have like you can use them as toppers. They like those too, and the lickable. Oh, the lickable treats. That's what I give my cats. Are the for treats? What they get is cooked chicken, and they get the squeeze tubes. Either Delectables, Nulo has them. Tiki Cat has them. Churu has them. And you just see what's on sale and what's the best deal at the time, and that's what they get. Yeah, they're spoiled kitties. Do you only have one cat, Sassy Cat? Yeah, the top. Yeah, I like, the toppers help with the cats when they get into the picky phase, and then the other thing that I like is I use this too, the Fortiflor. That helps with if you have a picky cat. Um, there's like it supports cats with diarrhea, immune support, and it also helps. It has like a appetite stimulant in it that helps them, that entices them to eat. So if you have a cat that's not, you have maybe an older cat, or you have a cat like I have picky cats. Aw. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh. Yeah, it's always hard. It's hard to lose them, though. It is hard to lose them. And I do see Jeremiah Walker. Not sure what happened there. The Fortiflora, is that what you're talking about? I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah, the Fortiflora. Okay, that Chewy has it, PetSmart has it, Amazon has it, pretty much any of those places. I think Petco. You can get it on Amazon. And again, I think you just learn to look for, it's kind of on the expensive side, so I use it more sparingly. I think it's like around $30 for one of those little things, but it helps Nif eat, because Nif, Nif, I did a series of videos on him and his eating issues. All right, so now these guys, and these elevated dishes, I really like these. These are like my favorite now. The only way they could be better is if they were stainless steel. But I had Niffler used to puke a lot, and since I switched to these, it's helped a lot. He's not puking as much as he used to. Um, and I don't know. I'm assuming that it did help him. These are these are the ones that I got from Chewy. So let me go get the. Oh, actually, I have one of them over here. So these are the more expensive ones. These are like $19.99. These are the, probably not going to pronounce it right. The Nekoichi. It's Necoichi, and they are made out of a really high quality porcelain. I was really skeptical about these because they said, oh, if they, they're really sturdy, they don't break. And I thought, yeah, if you drop one of these, I'm sure that they're going to break. Well, I did drop it. Uh, and I'm really, really careful with them, but I did drop one and it didn't break. So I'm not going to recreate that to see if that was just a fluke or if they really are that sturdy. But what I like about them is they're easy to clean. They are really durable as far as these more expensive ones have they have these rings, and then you just put them on top of here, put them on the bottom, and then you have a non-skid bottom. Then you can take it off to wash them. But they're really nice. You can put them in the dishwasher. Your dishwasher safe. They are microwave safe. I've put chicken and Zoop in these for Niffler when he gets his picky spells and all who eats, because sometimes I have to give him just chicken with a little bit of bone broth for a day or two till he decides to start eating his regular food again. And these work perfectly for that. Speaking of which, hi Niff. Hey Niff. I don't know if he'll let me pick him up or not. He's a Niff. Can I pick you up? Mm-hmm. Yeah. See if I can do. I think. Let me see. I'm not real familiar. Let me see if this works. Let's go. Okay, here we go. There's Niff. Say hi, Niff. You want to say hi to everybody? YouTube kicked you. Say hi, Niff. Yeah. You want to come in here with me and we'll get your other dish? Oh no, Gertrude, there's another cat butt. Are you a tube kitty? Are you a tube kitty? Huh? Are you a tube kitty? Oh, Niff. Niff. I also have these guys. And you can see they didn't eat this food. It was Fury Monster. Hey, Niff. Gozuki. All right, you can go back here. Put this up here. PG rating. Yeah, he is. I've had a lot of people say how pretty his markings are. He looks a lot like his mom, Lucy. Of course, they didn't eat all of this food. Yeah, you didn't eat all your food, guys. Nacho Memorial Puppies. Hi. It's an interesting name. No, they're actually stickers. They're stickers from the dollar store. They're actually, yeah, they're actually stickers from the dollar store that they, you can peel and restick because you're not allowed to put things on the wall unless you use like command strips. So that's what I would do. I would go to the dollar store and get. I can show you my. And some of the things I actually took down because I had. Wait, here we go. I had stickers all over. I had to put that way up because Fury liked to pull the stickers off of the wall. So there's my attack cat. Um, like these, so you can see here. I'll just show you the. Whoop! I can get hold of it. So you can come off, and there's no damage to the wall. So, but I have to put them up very high because there's my little fairy house. Like these, I had to put these up. I had to put these up higher, and actually take some of them down because of Fury would rip the stickers off. Oh, here's one of the butterflies. You'll see they just pull off. So, yeah, that's, well, they are. There's Nif. There's Nif. Excuse my mess over there. I have a bunch of, our recycling stuff doesn't go out until Tuesday, and I have a bunch of boxes that I'm trying to break down. Oh, like these boxes here. I've been trying to get rid of these boxes for, I think, like the last week, but she's not in here now. But Abra crawls in here. She gets in here and she hides. And I'll be trying to pick up the boxes to get rid of them, and there's heft. I'm like, what the heck is in the box? And then I see the little black face and the little green eyes looking at me. Like, oh, okay, that's what's in the box. Yeah, cat toys attached to the wall, exactly. Yeah, before they came, actually, the place didn't look bad. It's like I'm like filming around the piles now, because things, I'm in a small apartment, so I have to kind of be creative as to where I put things so that the cats don't get into them. Don't send the kitties to Amazon. JM. So, okay. Not sure what that's about, but yeah. So J Man. I don't know if J Man was the same person that was in before, but I think you. I don't know. I don't know what your issue is. I'm not making assumptions, but if the issue is you want to troll, first of all, it's way too early in the morning for that. And number two, I have zero tolerance for that kind of shit. So if that's what you're going to do, please take it somewhere else because I will get rid of you. Because that's not what this is about. We're here to talk about cats and to have fun. So, it is what it is. You hear about the kitty accidentally getting sent? No. Oh, that's what you're talking about. No, I didn't hear about that. I heard about the cat. I saw one on YouTube where I think it was in Canada. They were going through the trash or something, and they found hit the road. Yeah. I need to go get ready for school. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Nacho. Yeah, I'm going to be posting some things about the colony cat. So if you're interested in that, you can look at that later because that should probably, by the time you're back from school, that should be up. Yeah, I didn't hear about that, Gertrude. I heard about I think you heard about it too or saw it. Somebody, I know somebody, we were talking about this in one of Kim's chats where there was a cat that somebody put a cat in a bag and threw it on a conveyor belt and a trash, like a trash sorting thing. I saw that. And then there was the cat. What was the one? There was did they get lost in the airplane or something? But I didn't hear the one about the Amazon. I don't know if you can hear it. You can hear the commotion in the other room. There's the who is that? Is that Masu? I think that's Masu. Aw. Oh, it survived. I think you meant it survived. Wow. You know that, and Kim, or was it Silva? Silva, or what was the other, or one of the other ones? I can't remember. One of them got into the trash bag, and she put the trash bag out. Um, and luckily figured out that the cat was missing and got her back before they took the trash. And then, yeah. Well, that one I think actually was intentional. I don't think that was an accident. The video that we saw, because like Kim, that was an accident where her cat crawled in her trash bag because she realized that there was something going on. And then she had the other issue too where, hi, Ruby Dawn. How are you this morning? We're trying out, well, between Kim and I, we're trying out different times here to see who we get and what's best for people. So I started this one around 6 o'clock, and we've gotten a couple of people that I haven't recognized. So we're talking about, I'm actually cleaning dishes and getting ready to feed kitties. Yeah, because I'm thinking, there are people, because there are people across the pond. There are people in different time zones here in America. Um, and try to hit. I mean, because there's cat lovers living all over the place and in all different time zones. So we're just trying to figure it out. And so this is kind of like my just get ready with me, and I'm in my, this is what I sleep in. This is what I sleep in, and I don't care. Because Fury had me out at like 5 o'clock again this morning. I mean, it's like I might as well just get a dog at this point. That's why I didn't want to get another dog, because I didn't want to have to walk them several times a day. I feed the colony. Okay, so they have dry food. What did you say? I just took the hub to work and sleep. So Gertrude, with my colony, I feed them. Okay. So then it's a pajama party. It's a good morning pajama party. That works. Um, yeah, I have. I mean, you can't see. I don't think on. I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me see if I can show. But this has all kinds of little. I don't know if you can see that, but there's all kinds. There's little. Yeah, I think you can see. Look at the little holes. Yeah, that's all from Fury. Yeah, this is like. So this is like crazy cat we could start our own label, the crazy cat lady wear, because this is honestly like these are already old, and they're just so comfortable. I just can't bear to throw them out. But they're already. Fury will come up. When he comes up to be held, or he comes up from the back to get attention, and I hear rip. I'm like, Jesus! Now I got more. Now I got more holes in my shirt. So it's ventilated. God. Yeah, it's ventilated. But yeah, go back, like rewind back to Gertrude's question. I feed the colony, so they have dry food 24/7. Like I always have a pan of dry food underneath the car for them, and fresh water. And when it gets really hot, I'll go down and change the water, 2-3 times a day, just so they have fresh water that's not hot and evaporating and everything when it gets really hot. But then but they get like their main meal of wet food is once a day. I wish I could do it twice a day, but I don't have the capital for that. I have enough, just feeding them once a day is enough. Because they also get some chicken too with that. So I think they do okay. Well, Gertrude, the one rule of the pajama party is everyone has to wear pants. That's just a given. Shirts are optional, but pants. Pants. Pants are mandatory. Yeah, I try to do what I can within my means, and I think this is and I think it's important to put it out there too, that for people that feed colonies, there's no shame and there's no judgment if you're feeding a large colony and all you can afford is dry food for them. That's not, if it's better than them not having anything at all. Because I actually had this conversation with the founder of Feline Solutions, which is a local rescue here. And I'd said to her, I said, I wish I could feed them better quality food. Like, I wish I could give them, wellness or, better quality, just like Friskies across the board, and not have to supplement it with, I never left them a full day. Buffering at the moment. Yeah, that's an issue with colony managers too. We do worry about them. I know I worry about mine. But if you are feeding cats, if you're feeding a colony and you're feeding a big colony, then you do what you can. And like the founder said, yes, it's better than nothing. It's always better than nothing. At least they're getting more than they would if you weren't intervening and trying to help them out. Well, Ruby Dawn, I think they'll be okay. Cats are pretty clever and resilient, and they're really good at surviving. And the probably the good thing too is that Yeah, and I think the good thing too is that it's not something that you do a lot, so it's not like if someone wanted to harm the cats that they could figure out your figure out your schedule because this is just a one-off. Yeah, that's a good point, Ruby Dawn, about the rain. I just want to say that too for people that are watching or will rewatch this and don't have any experience with colony cats. I don't think people really understand what kind of a commitment it is. It is a huge, huge commitment when you start feeding these cats because you're not only dealing with dumbass people, let's just be honest, that are trying to undermine you, that they don't like the cats, but they don't want to really help you be a solution to the cats because if they actually let us alone and let us do what we need to do, then the cats wouldn't be such an issue because the TNR would work. You'd give it time to work because that's well, the way TNR works is the cats are neutered, spayed, neutered. They're not reproducing. So as they die off, then you don't have other cats that are coming up. You don't have their offspring taking their place. You might have other cats from other areas come and take their place, but if they're spayed and neutered, that the same thing will happen. Eventually, all the cats, as the cats pass away, there's no other cats to take their place, so the population drops. And then if you can find homes for the friendlies, that's even better. But in the meantime, colony managers are up against a lot of crap. We have to deal with stupid rules from landlords and city councils and local government, and you have other people that you may or may not have a good SPCA or humane society. You may have a great rescue nearby that helps out, and you may not. That's a crapshoot. Then you have to worry about the weather. You have to worry about snow. You have to worry about rain. You have to worry about storms, depending where you are in the country. Here, rain is an issue. I have to feed under my car. So if it rains, I just don't put the wet food out. I have dry food and I just shove it underneath my car as far as I can. But, with your car, because of the way your car is shaped, it's shaped curved. So the rain's going to come down and drip underneath. So you have to really shove the food under far to make sure it doesn't get wet. And that's a hassle. And then the cats aren't going to come out anyway because they're not going to come out when it's raining and windy and just nasty out. It is a big issue. And again, if we were allowed, if the thing that bothers me the most is that it's community cats. It's community cats. So all the cats belong to the community. But yet not all the community wants to take care of them. And that's a big issue. I forgot to tell you, set up a local Facebook group for caretakers. I got 16 members so far. Good. Is that in your area? You got to, because oh, hi. Hi, Heike. Sorry. Hi, Heike. I never pronounced your name right. Yeah, we have Ruby Dawn. They have a TNR Facebook page in our area too that the trapper set up. And I haven't looked at it for a long time. I mean, I set up a Facebook page that was basically it was basically like a trauma informed space for people that are caregivers and managers. And I got quite a few people, and it was privated so that you had to I mean, like, you couldn't just bring somebody in, you had to ask for permission from admin to bring somebody in. And um the I had set that one up, and then I had set up like a general trauma informed care group for people that are dealing with trauma, and that they have a safe space to come and talk about that. And both of those did really well. It just gets so much. It just becomes I just don't have the capacity to run all these groups. I mean, a lot of these groups, there's a need for them and people really respond, but it's just the time and energy taking that you have to take for that. Well, that's good though. I mean, Ruby Dawn, that's good. There's pros and cons to that, but I think um, if all the cats belong to you, then you know what? Use it. I mean, if they belong to you, then you should be entitled to whatever rights someone that owns a indoor cat has. Yeah, that's an issue. And Kim and I had this discussion the other day. So for those of you who don't know, or are just watching this for the first time, or just joining for the first time and don't know anything about what we do here, this channel, the Armchair Cat Advocate, came from the original channel, which is Life with 18 Cats Unedited. And that channel is run by Kim Olson. And it's about her life with 19 cats. Now, she has 18 cats in the title, but she got the bonus cat from a roommate that had the cat and then left. And the decision was that because the cat was with all the other cats and they didn't want to break them up, so they were nice that they left her have the cat. So her and I had been doing some advocacy stuff, and we talked about having a group that we could or a YouTube channel where we could just do this kind of stuff, where we can talk about these issues, where we can, post educational things and help people that are colony managers, involved in rescue, doing fostering, that type of thing. Even if you just have indoor cats, that's fine too. If you have your own companion cats that live inside with you, you're welcome too. And so Kim is co-owner in this channel, and you'll see her and I collab on stuff off and on. But we did have this discussion about capacity, basically about your capacity as a human being. Like, what is your capacity as a human being? And that it is okay to say no, and it's okay to put up boundaries, and it's okay to acknowledge that, yeah, I can't do it all, and I can't take on everybody else's trauma because I'm dealing with my own. So, I think that's something that a lot of us struggle with, particularly women, and particularly those of us that manage colonies. We're by nature, we're nurturers, we're caregivers, and we have to really rein it in sometimes. So that would be my advice to you, Ruby Dawn. Not telling you what to do, but just be careful that you don't overextend yourself. And if you feel like you're overextending yourself, give yourself the grace and the permission to say, hey, you know what? No, this isn't working. I need to take time for me and my family and my cats. I mean, it's you can still have compassion for people. You can still have empathy for people, but you shouldn't have to listen to all of their problems as well as yours. And I mean, and that also goes for, each of us being mindful of not overburdening our friends and other people that are in our lives. I mean, if space it out a little bit, because that's why we need a network, so that we're not constantly going to one person. Because I can tell you from experience that if you overburden somebody too much, the friendship will suffer. Floods. You're having a lot of bad weather, aren't you, Ruby Dawn? Well, now I'm gonna agree to disagree with you there, Ruby Dawn, because it's hard to see the cats suffer. Though, if I take it easy for myself, they suffer. Okay, all right. Just think about this for a minute. If you don't take the time for yourself to make sure that you get what you need, if you go out of commission, if you need a day to just, I'm going to be honest right now. I'm going to be very transparent here and completely honest. There was a night last week. So I have, for those of you who don't know, I have mental health issues. I have physical health issues. So I have fibromyalgia, which is a chronic pain and fatigue condition. And I also have mental health issues. I have PTSD, and I have some stuff that goes along with that. So I have a hard time sleeping. Gertrude and I are talking about that in the beginning of this stream. And I also, there's days when I'm just exhausted. So last week I had a really bad day. And what I did was I woke up usually I go out at night, around between 2 and 4 o'clock. I'll go out and feed. I sometimes feed earlier than that. It depends how much commotion's going on outside. But I'm in a city, so I'm kind of really careful about how much stuff's going on out there, with people running around and yelling and going on, and how busy the back alley is. Because I want to feed when it's quiet, because the cats won't come out otherwise. So it was, I got up at 3 o'clock to go out and feed them, because I would go to bed and take a couple hours sleep and then get up and go out and feed. And I was just so tired. I was just exhausted. I was just absolutely exhausted. And I just made the decision that, you know what? I need my sleep. I need my sleep. They had a big pan of dry food. They had water. They were going to be fine. They would survive the few hours until daylight. And I went down then around 9 o'clock in the morning. I have a lady that comes by and picks up trash in the alley, a Mennonite lady. And I was having issues with her coming and taking the cat food and the plates and throwing them out. So I timed it when I knew she was done with her daily walk through the alley. So around between 9 and 10 o'clock, I went down and I put food out for them. And you know what? They didn't die. They weren't unalived. Nobody starved. It was perfectly fine. It was fine. Did I feel guilty? Yeah, I did. But the reality is they survived. They had dry food. They had water. They were okay. So I'm telling you, Ruby Dawn, you need to take time for yourself. Sometimes you need to take time for yourself, because if you get down and out, who's going to take care of those cats? There's no one. I have no one. You have no one. They rely on us. So that means we have to take care of ourselves. It's just like having a child. You have to take care. It's like having a child. It's like the classic example of being in an airplane with one oxygen mask. The plane is going down. You have a kid. Who do you give the oxygen to first? Yourself or the kid? Well, our gut instinct is the kid. But the problem is that if you're giving all the oxygen to the kid and you pass out, and you become unalived because of that, then what happens to the child? I mean, it's a classic example, but it's one that's really rings true, because if the you have to take care of that, you have to put your oxygen mask on first, so you can be strong and healthy, so you can fight, because there's no one else. You know, we're leading this. I mean, and I do consider it a war. I do consider it a war. There's a war on these colony cats. There's a lot of communities that want them gone. Oh, yeah, you know, those cats love you, Ruby Dawn. I can tell you without a doubt, those cats love you, and those cats don't want anything to happen to you. Those cats would be lost without you. So, you know, and I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm gonna do the Kim thing. I'm here. I'm sure we can figure out something. Okay, so you take care of you, and you let the community worry about everything else. Giving you that, I'm giving you that permission and grace for you to take care of yourself. Okay, and that's the last time I'm doing that close up, because Kim looks so much better close up than I do. I think there was I don't know, Gertrude, have you heard this? But I think there was a study where they found that cats like classical music. I think there was a study about that. I think there was. I'm actually going to look that up, because I think there was. I think there was a study where they found that cats like classical music. See, we're going to actually do some. We're actually going to do some cat advocating. Oh, they didn't like the beeping of the. I've noticed that with my cats. There's certain, like abracadabra. There's certain things, like she doesn't like when I'm listening to the videos before I upload, when I'm editing things out. She doesn't like hearing, and it's weird because it's me talking, but she doesn't like hearing me on the videos for some reason. She gets really upset with it, and she comes and she's like kind of pushes at the phone, and when I turn it off, then she's okay. So I don't know, I think there's like certain maybe sounds or vibrations or something that bother them. But I want to look this up, because now I'm pretty sure. um let's see, it's liking classical music. Okay, let's see what it says here. Okay, here we go. One study found that cats exposed to classical music displayed lower levels of stress when compared to cats exposed to other types of music. Another study found that cats exposed to classical music had lower heart rates and blood pressure types than cats exposed to other types of music. So, yeah. Yeah, that's probably. Yes. Yes, Heike, I like that. Yeah, and people don't, people don't realize either that cats have such an extreme their vision is not that cats' vision is not that great. Their up close vision. I think it's like their vision up to like a foot away from them is not very good, but long distance is really good. And I know that their purrs vibrate at a frequency that can mend bone. That's why cats that are hurt will purr. Um, but and they are very sensitive because I know I tried and I try to be really quiet around them. I don't play a lot of loud music or anything. Like the trash truck and it's scary. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That could very well be it. So apparently there was some studies that cats do like some cats, not all cats, but some cats do like classical music. Here's one that says study finds classical music has a calming effect on cats. Oh no, here's one that says cats don't like human music. Play them this instead. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's see what we're supposed to play for our cats. This is PBS, so your pet rats liked soft piano music. Let's see. Okay, so apparently they actually they actually came up with some music that cats really like, but I don't want to play it because I don't know about copyright. I don't know that much about copyrights yet. But you can if you're interested in that, you can look it up. Just Google. I just Googled studies about cats liking classical music, and it'll come up. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. Very interesting. Blind cat life with friends. You can notice how blind cats. Yeah, that's a good point. Other cats. Yeah, other cats listen to Metallica. Refined rats. Yes, Ruby Dawn. So you have refined rats. Oh, I'm going to tell you. So I live in a predominantly Hispanic area as well. And when Disney had their, my friend got really upset with me. When Disney brought out the Encanto movie with all the Latinx music in it, and my friend was telling me, "Oh my God, it's the most wonderful thing ever," and I'm like, I can't, I just can't. I said, I just can't listen to the music. And she was getting really upset with me, and I said, you know, the problem is, I said, I hear this constantly. Like I hear this constantly, and it's basically the same music, just a little different here and there, and it's very loud. Like some people drive cars with speaker systems that rattle the windows of our apartment. So, hey Kim. So, um yeah, I just can't. I just can't because I get enough of it here and I don't really like it either because if it's not so loud, it's not bad, but because it's so loud, it just really irritates me. So I can understand and I have to agree with the cats there. I mean, we have somebody in the back here in the alley that they have like I call it I call it the never ending house party. And they play music and it's music that I would normally like, but not at that volume. It's just really annoying. So, hey Kim. So, I was thinking about you earlier. So I tried this. So um we seem to be getting more people in the morning. I started this around 6 o'clock, which would be 5 o'clock your time, just to see who would hop in. And Gertrude came in, and Gertrude has her pants on. Just so you know, we all have our pants on. So the theme this morning is it's a cat lady pajama party, and so we all have our shredded shirts on. What did you say, Gertrude? Our ventilated nightwear. But we're all wearing pants because shirts are optional, but pants are mandatory. So yeah, I hope you have your pants on, Kim. Ruby, don't. Between my monitor beeping and Mexican music, lol, I got silly some days. Oh, okay, good. Pants on. All right, you're welcome to join the party then. Yeah, and we did have somebody that I'm not sure. We did have somebody that came in. I'm not sure who I don't person left, but they came in and made a couple of comments about fat. I'm not sure what they were referring to. If they're referring to me, which I don't care. You can call me fat. I'm not gonna argue with you because I could lose some weight. But it was just like weird. And we don't do, I mean, we're weird, but yeah, we don't do weirdness in the chat. Yeah, we don't. No pants. Fat, pretty hot, and tempting. No, this was FAT. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. It was somebody, and then they came in like just with initials, and then they redacted it, and then I just kind of said, "Look, we aren't doing that. It's too early in the morning. So if you want to troll, please go somewhere else." And then they left. And Gertrude told him to get lost too. So, yeah, I mean, you know, I'm just fluffy. Yeah, that's what I am too. I'm just fluffy. And so is Fury. And we take offense to that. We're not doing You tell him, Kimmy. Yeah, the only crazy we're doing today is you and me, Kim. Kim, you missed my speech to Ruby Dawn. I even did the extreme close up. Never do that again. You look much better with the extreme close up than I do. Yeah, yeah, Gertrude. Because here's the thing. I don't mind having fun. I don't mind teasing and kidding around, but this is supposed to be a place where people can feel safe and feel comfortable. And we're talking about cats, and sometimes we're talking about hard emotions. And so just, if you want to troll, you're welcome to troll. There's how many channels on YouTube? There's a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube that there's so many channels you can troll. Don't bother. Don't come here. Bentley. Hi, Bentley. Well, you are cute. Well, thank you, Bentley. Close up makes the ears perk up. I'm only 9. Well, Bentley, I don't know. I don't, I hope you are really just 9, and this isn't another, this isn't the same person coming back in as Bentley now. I'll give you a shout out, Bentley. Hi, Bentley. Good morning. Well, I don't know where you're at, but here it's morning, so good morning. Do you have a cat, Bentley? America, Penn State. Oh, okay. I know where Penn State is, in the main campus and State College. I used to get allergic to it. Aw. Kim, can we have a university here called Penn State? And it's in State College, Pennsylvania. And that's what Bentley is talking about. I'm sorry you're allergic. Kim, can I bring you on? Is it possible for you to come on? Because or do we have to do that from the beginning? Isn't there some haunted location? Wait, well, we have. No, wait. I think Ruby Dawn. I think there is. From beginning, can't do it on your channel yet, just mine. Oh no, but I can. It gave me the option. It did. It said add a person. Because I was looking at it and it said add a person. I don't know if I can do it now though. Let me see. Let's see. No, that's share. Yeah, I don't know if I can do it now though. What's this do? What's this say? Okay. No, I don't think I can do it now. I think it does have to be from the beginning. But we'll have to try it from this channel. I hope more people want you. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I hope more people want to look at the channel. That would be great. Can always start the stream again. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure. Yeah, see, this is the thing, Bentley. I don't really feel like this is something like a 9-year-old would be saying. So again, I don't know what the deal is here. But yeah, I'm not calling Ballinger. That's the wrong channel. So yeah, that's not going to happen. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to stop this and we'll restart it with Kim. How's that sound, Kim? I don't know whether to laugh or cry with Bentley. Because I really don't know if this is, I mean, if you are 9, Bentley, you're a hoot. And if you're not 9, then it's a bit cringe. But either way, it's kind of funny. So okay, so we're gonna end the stream, and we're gonna come back in. We're gonna try to come back in with Kim because it told me that I could bring Kim along with me. So let's see if we can get Kim back in with me. Let me see if I can see. Is this leave? Nope. Okay, so if I can figure out how to stop the stream, that would be cool. I'm sorry. Oh, don't be sorry, No, it's okay, Bentley. Bentley. Okay, so here's the thing. So Bentley. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Bentley, it's okay. It's okay, Bentley. I'm a big person that doesn't have a lot of kids in my life, so I don't really know how 9-year-olds talk anymore. That's rude. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just wondering if you're, That's all right. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to stop it right now, and then in a few minutes, Kim and I are going to come back in here.